don't tell anybody, but I brought back something really huge from Blickman Engineering. That's right, huge. Wasn't expecting it, and I'm gonna share it with you. Don't forget, like, subscribe, keep sharing. Yes, if you saw the little short I posted a little over a week ago, maybe about a week ago now. Yeah, I was going to Lafayette, Indiana, and I asked all the viewers, where am I going? And I'm gonna say the majority of you got the right answer. There were a couple of answers, but you got the right answers. So yeah, go check out that video. I'll leave a link down below in the description in case you forgot, since I tell people, hey, you won, and they don't respond. So this is gonna be your warning. I'm giving away pretty much everything here, not the ink birds, that's later, but first come, first serve. So the first person to send me their information and I verify it's, you know, one of the people I picked, which you'll know, you look in your comments and you'll know if you got picked right there. If you get your notifications or emails, you'll know. And I'll give you a list. You pick one item, the next person gets the list, they pick an item until all the stuff's gone. If you're outside of the US, Canada, I might be able to ship to you. But if you're outside the US, then I'm gonna offer you maybe an online Kindle or shipping direct from Amazon on something like that. Just because, yeah, it's very expensive to ship outside of the US. So heck, it's expensive to ship inside the US. I'm gonna have a bunch of little videos going over the things that I learned at Blickman and share some video and some photos of things at Blickman Engineering, which is interchangeable with Anvil Brewing. Two companies, same people, same location, just so you know that. Maybe different locations throughout the building, but still same location. And before I get into the huge item, I'm gonna go into things in other videos, which I may combine some of them because I don't need to make an entire video on some of them, but a few things. One, did you know they have a support room? Yeah, support room, like where they, hey, this is an unusual thing I've never heard of. And they go try to recreate that problem. They have an engineering room where my joke is they try to break things and they work really hard at trying to break things and test things and see what tolerances they may or may not have. And that's also where they come up with a lot of new creations and new things that you'll see in the future. Yes, I saw quite a few things that I can't talk about. We'll talk about them when they come out. Don't worry about them for right now. Quality checks. Yeah, there was a lot of that going on. I was very, very impressed. And assembly, testing, and shipping. Shipping a little more complex than you really think about it sometimes. Like I said, you know, shipping can be very expensive just in the US. So of course, that requires a few hands just to lift that and get that done. But I will say a little bit of it was what I expected, but the majority was not what I expected at all. I was floored in a good way. So let me show you a few little things that I brought home. First, nice Blickman glass, which was supposed to have beer in it when I did the video, but I forgot, so I'm not worried. Have a beer later. Yeah. This is a coffee mug. And then it can become a hot tea mug, which I like loose leaf tea, as you've probably seen one of my beer videos where I brewed with a type of tea. And, okay, no, this isn't part of the giveaway, but it's an Anvil hat. I do have one that will be given away. Yep, there is no autograph in this one, but this was autographed by John Blickman. Yep. And yes, we went out to a brewery and I spent 2 days at Blickman Engineering / Anvil Brewing. I learned a lot and I will be sharing those in upcoming videos. And I had an amazing experience. Huge thank you going out to everybody there at Blickman Engineering / Anvil Brewing. I think everybody's under the same umbrella. I never asked. Yeah, it was very, very cool. We did some videos. They'll be coming out from Blickman Engineering, Anvil Brewing. And then I have some videos I'll be doing. And I wish I got more footage. It's like you can never get enough. And you don't think about it until later. Yes, I was offered to do an interview with John. I kind of regret it, but I really, at the end of the day, don't, because I felt like maybe, you know, I wasn't quite prepared. And on top of that, he's probably been interviewed to death and probably doesn't want to do another interview. And yes, John was very down to earth, very nice, easygoing. And that's part of the huge thing I brought back. No, I didn't bring John back. No, he's not here in Florida, although he probably wouldn't mind with the warmer temperatures. But here it goes. It was very strange to me. And I felt a little weird when I first came in because of how nice everybody was. And I know you're looking at me going, well, yeah, everybody's nice. No, and it took the 2 days I was there to really fully grasp what I'm saying. I have never, and I don't think the majority of us have ever worked for a company like Blickman Engineering or Anvil Brewing. And I say that because I know some people know one company and not the other, but really it's kind of all in one. It was a family. They really were a company operating as a family. They treated everybody within the company as family members. I mean, they pretty much knew where everybody lived, you know, they brought in different food and they were bringing all this stuff, and I felt like it was because I was visiting, and they were like, no, we do this all the time. No, she does this all the time. No, he does this all the time. And I'm like, this is crazy. Yeah, and then we went to a brewery and, you know, I'll leave names out of this video, minus John. It said, oh, you know, yeah, I'm not going. He lived like 2 blocks away, walked right over. So yeah, and you'll know who that is, maybe, I don't know. He might mention it. But yeah, the company operates as a family. I mean, everybody was just super hospitable, super nice, like to the point of I felt weird, but it was a good thing after 2 days. I started adjusting and getting used to it. And it's one of those companies that you would enjoy working there because they're like a second family. Instead of, you know, you leave home and you go hang out with your second family and then you go back home, and it was just very, very, very cool. It was very refreshing. I have seen very, very tiny companies like that, but I've never seen companies over like 3 or 4 people that was at that level. And I didn't do a head count, but if I had to guess, I think we had about 18 to 20 people, plus or minus, and somebody out there will correct me, that works for Blickman, and I know who she is. But yeah, it was just very, very impressive. Everybody was super nice. I tried to stay out of the way, even though I don't think they really cared. Yeah, huge learning experience. Jarrett in support actually taught me things about the Anvil foundry that I didn't know and had never heard before. And a few, and I'm thinking maybe less than maybe 1 in 1,000 probably people even know this, but he taught me all kinds of cool things, and it was very, very helpful, very insightful. Yes, I heard about some things coming out. Yes, I saw some things being tested. And can I talk about them? No. Do they have something coming out this month in February? And do I already have it? And have I already done a video on it? Yes. Will I be sharing that soon? Yes. So yeah, I've got a lot of information planned. I have a lot of other things I want to do. Marketing was kind enough to share with me a few things that some of the people that either own Anvil foundries or are buying different systems are interested in seeing in videos. And I've done a lot of the videos that I saw requested, but at the same time, I'm gonna work at trying to do some more of those videos to help with those of, you know, Anvil foundry users. And if you're watching this and you don't own an Anvil foundry, let's say you have a Brewzilla or a Brew and Boil or a Boil and whatever, you have something else. This information will still be hugely helpful, I promise. A lot of the systems have a lot of similarities, and yeah, trust me, I try to cater to the majority of the viewers. If you're looking for somebody doing a 3-barrel system, sadly that's not me, and that's not the majority of the people that are watching this video. So yes, that was the huge thing I brought back from Blickman. I know it was a little clickbait, but it really is huge. I mean, I was so blown away with just how nice and how everybody was like family. It was just so cool. And speaking of family, got a nice new jacket. And no, I have another jacket that I got while I was up with Blickman, but this is from somebody who I haven't thanked yet, and I have to verify it even came from them. It just surprised me at my house the other day. So yeah, I know I've said the word so many times, but that's okay. The allergies are killing me now that I'm back in Florida. I will tell you, in Lafayette, Indiana, everything's frozen, and my allergies were really kind to me there. They weren't a problem, and I appreciate it. And then the next morning I woke up in Florida on Saturday and was like, welcome to the pollen again. So I'm gonna say cheers with an empty glass. Don't forget, hit like, hit subscribe. And by the way, my new goal for the year is 10K on subs. I think we can easily do it. I'm looking for any kind of help. If you can nail it, nail it. If you've already nailed it, thank you very much. I do appreciate you. Cheers.